So I did this one last year and I got a really positive response from it, but I decided that it's probably time for me to update this video. So basically with this video, I'm gonna give you a bunch of different ideas for different careers you might wanna look into if you are an introvert. And there are certain careers that are gonna match the skill set of an introvert better than others. But with that being said, it doesn't mean that you can't do anything that you put your mind to, and you'd probably be really surprised what careers are good for introverts. So that being said, if you appreciate this type of video, let me know by gently tapping that like button and let's jump right into it. So I'm not gonna spend very much time on each one of these. I'm basically just giving you an idea of the types of careers that I've seen people do really well when they're introverts. So I'm not gonna go into detail on any of these careers. If you want a video that goes into details, lots of the other videos on my channel do that. So with that being said, one of the ones I talked about last year was actuary. Actuary is a phenomenal career for introverted type people. It's very heavy on math, a lot of statistics, etc. Software developer was another one that I talked about last year. Really good for introverted people as well. IT manager is another really good one that I talked about on last year's video. And yes, I know it is a manager position, but introverts actually can make really good leaders. Truck driver is another position if you want to go down more of the trade route, and actually a lot of the trade careers are really good for introverts. Data scientist or data analyst is another phenomenal one if you are an introvert. Accountant or auditor is really good, and actually accountant is really good no matter what personality you have because there's so many different subspecialties and careers that you can go into. Digital marketer is a phenomenal career for introverts. This is one of my favorite ones if you are an introvert. First of all, you can get a remote job, which is really awesome. Second of all, it's very analytical and introverts tend to do pretty well with that sort of thing. Third, there's a bunch of different specialties you can go down. So if for whatever reason you don't like one of the specialties, there's a lot of different things that you can do. And yeah, digital marketing is great. Lots of people who go into digital marketing think of themselves as introverts. So definitely one for you to look into. I do have a free introductory course. You can check that out down in the description. It's basically a masterclass that goes into the different types of digital marketing that you can go into. So definitely check that out. I'll put it down in the description as well as the pinned comment. Next one I'm going to talk about is going to surprise a lot of people, and that is tech sales. Now, you might think, hey, if you're going to go into a sales job, you have to be an extrovert. I am an introvert, and I can tell you right now, my favorite job that I ever had was a sales job. It makes you come out of your shell a little bit. So yes, it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but I am so glad that I had that job. Best job I ever had. Favorite job I ever had. I have so many great memories of that job. And tech sales is even better because for one, when you start off in tech sales, you're going to start off as a sales development representative or a business development representative. And basically your job is to go out, prospect, and bring in qualified leads. Now, this does not require you to do a lot of person-to-person interaction. This is what's known as a farmer or somebody who brings in a lot of leads. Now, the person who closes on those leads, the person who does talk to quite a few people out there that are business owners, because tech sales is typically going to be business to business or B2B, is going to be known as the hunter. Now, I will say extroverts typically do have an advantage when it comes to being a hunter. But with that being said, introverts a lot of the time are very good when it comes to talking to other people as long as it's just one-on-one. So if you're that type of introvert where you are really good at talking to other people as long as it's just a one-on-one conversation, which is the type of introvert that I am, for instance, then this can be a really good career opportunity for you. Next one I'm going to talk about is UX, UI design, also known as web design. So this one is really great for introverted people who are also artistic. So yeah, definitely check it out. I've talked about it in several different videos on this channel, but basically you're going to be helping to design websites that people actually interact with. Next one is going to be web developer. So this is kind of like a light version of software developer. It's a lot easier to get into than your typical like higher level software development. And yeah, it tends to be really good for introverts, I've noticed in my experience. Next one is going to be instructional designer. And this is basically where you're designing educational type content that people are interacting with on the internet. So this could either be educational videos or in some cases quizzes that people take. So for instance, if somebody's going through a video and then a quiz pops up on the screen and they get the wrong answer, there should be a box that pops up that tells them what the right answer is. And if they get the right answer, they should have, some other box that kind of explains why they got the right answer. If you've ever been at work and you had to take like the work training, it's very similar to that. Next on the list is going to be a quality assurance analyst. This is someone who saves a company a lot of time by getting rid of bugs as fast as possible when companies are rolling out new software. Now, this one can be good for introverts and extroverts, especially if you're the type of introvert that's really good at talking to other people, but just one-on-one. Next one on the list is going to be cybersecurity. This one is phenomenal for introverts as well. And then finally, pretty much any remote job. Introverts tend to absolutely love remote or semi-remote jobs. So yeah, these are some of the ones that I would definitely look into. I told you I was going to keep this one super short, so that's all I have for you. If you're you're interested in digital marketing, check out this interview that I just did the other day of somebody who actually took Seth's course, the one that I have linked down below, and they were able to get a job really quickly with it.